Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement.
Sure. What a great environment for college basketball. Coach Beard and his staff have done a great job elevating this program. The guys that got on their team, the personnel, this was this is our toughest, our best road win so far. We've had some good ones, certainly in the league. I think the difference in the game was we were able to answer every run that they made, and Dylan and Janai were just too physically dominant. They just were too physically dominant. They're both these are two gentle giants. They're two gentle giants. They're great men, great people, but they play. Obviously can play with a physicality and a dominance. And Dylan has a double-double, 4 assists, no turnovers. I mean, just that wins. It travels, it wins, and it's every night. So great win, and proud of the kids.
I will take questions first for Dylan.
Dylan, you go to the line with a chance to get your double-double, and you knock both of them down, go 4 or 5 in line. I know that's something you've been working on and struggling. Just what was it like to hit those kind of free throws late and put it away?
Well, first off, all glory to God. I wouldn't be here without Jesus Christ. But, I'm just taking back to a verse in Isaiah which says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. The Lord's been testing my patience. I've been working hard. BP knows how hard I've been working on my free throws. And, for last year, for me to increase my free throw percentage like 30% and then coming back down to 20-something, it was discouraging for me. But, everyone said they believed in me. As soon as I got fouled in timeout, BP said, "You got this." And then just to see that my head coach believed in me meant the world for me. And I'm just so grateful for that. For everybody that was encouraging me. Everybody's encouraging the whole time out. But, man, the Lord's really good. And I've just been patient for the free throws. That's what I want the fans to know. I'm not out here just, dilly-dallying. What I'm saying? I'm actually working really hard, and I'm very passionate about this game. I love this game. I'm trying to respect the game. But like I said, Isaiah, it says, the Lord says, when the time is right, I will make it happen.
Johnny, did you have one?
Yeah, Dylan, you guys got a lot of personalities on your team. You come into an environment like this, hostile. Some teams would melt down. You guys kind of sharpen your focus. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about, to a man, what it's like to go to war with these guys?
Well, yeah, BP recruited some killers, man. We got some guys that ain't right in the head. Tahan and CB, they love a hostile environment, and I've never seen a group of guys embrace this. Like, it seems that sometimes we'd rather play on the road. It's more. It's just more enticing. We love our fans. We love having witnesses in the stadium. But sometimes on the road, these guys just get going. Like Miles Kelly, he hits big threes. Denver Jones gets going. Everybody just gets you going on the road. And it's just like, this is the first team I've really been on my whole life where it's like these guys embrace the toughness. And that was kind of our MO heading into the season, just embrace the schedule we have in front of us.
What's it like when your guards just heat up like that, just go crazy from 3?
Oh man, it's fun, real fun. I say it's simple. It's just real fun.
Dylan, you guys have all 5 starters in double figures scoring today. How important is that depth when you just play in a gauntlet of a league like this and physical games like today?
Yeah, Coach says all the time, not every night's going to be the same guy as night. We're going to have different guys step up. Last game at LSU, I was disappointed in my performance, and I attacked today. And like I said, it's going to be a different guy every night. That's the great thing about this team is we're all happy for each other. No one's sad they're not playing. No one's sad they're not getting the possessions they want. Everyone's just happy for each other. We're a true brotherhood.
The gentleman in the middle, and then with the last one.
Dylan, a couple times in the second half, almost got to within a point. Mm-hmm. You guys answered that every time.
Yeah.
From your perspective, what was the key to those answers?
That's a great question, man.
Burgo had a couple of good play calls. We had to come out and get a bucket. So sometimes it was on the offensive end we had to answer.
Yeah, I would say that's been our focal point this whole week, was just being sharper on offense, and we'll be sharper moving forward. We scored 92 points, which is great, but we left a lot of points on the board with our offensive execution. But shout out to Burgo. He is great.
We had something drawn up coming out of a timeout, and it was just for Dylan to come up from the bottom instead of ball screen and put my 2 shooters on one side, my 4 men in the corner. And Dylan said, "Coach, what's that play call?" He wanted to process what the play call was. He said, I said, "Dylan, it's just some shit I'm drawing up right now, right? And sometimes you want to actually keep things really light. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, I think this will work. I think you'll get to the rim, and if he doesn't, he'll throw it back to the shooter, and we'll see the inside out, and try and keep it light and lively so the kids don't feel that pressure."
Mm-hmm. All right, last one for Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, I mean, you and Janai just dominating on the boards. I know they didn't have a ton of size, but to go out there and kind of hit them where it hurt with the rebounding, that had to be y'all's focus coming in, right?
Yeah, we knew they were undersized, but we knew they had some physical players like 14 and 0. They had some guys that were capable of being chippier, capable of being physical, but we knew that we were taller than them going in, and that was going to be our focal point, just getting second chance rebounds.
Thanks, Dylan.
I think God bless them, more evil.
All right,
Thanks, Dylan.
Gentleman right there, for Coach
Coach
Pearl.
Pearl, quick question for you. I do want to ask you, there's some things that are bigger than basketball. Seeing you guys out there praying after the game was a refreshing thing. I mean, it really was. And can you talk about the faith of this team and what makes this team in particular so special?
Yeah, it's. I think that Charles Barkley said at one time in a commercial that we're not role models, and it was just a commercial. But the fact is, we really are. Kids do look up to us, and so when young kids look at our guys standing at attention for the national anthem, and honoring the flag, and being grateful for the opportunities this country provides, it registers. When we get done with the game, win or lose, we're going to circle, we're going to pray, and we want people to see, well, what are they doing down there? Well, they're just praying, because we want to be able to do that, and we're grateful that we can do that in a public setting, and so it makes this country so great, that freedom to be able to do that, and then I think the last thing I'd say is this would be, you can talk to the walk, and sometimes you got to walk the walk, and so I don't want our guys. And we make mistakes, we sin, but I want our guys to feel, look, if we're going to put it out there like we're a team that's going to give God the glory, then we best not mess up too much. Because we're talking the talk, we better walk the walk. Now, that doesn't mean we don't make mistakes, and we certainly have. But thank you for noticing.
Front row, and then 3-4, and then Johnny.
Bruce, you've complimented this crowd 2 years in a row now, this environment here in Oxford. Do you see a lot of similarities in what Chris Beard is building here at Ole Miss than what you were building in your early stages at Auburn?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, my wife does not travel on the road with the team. It's too much. But she's come to Oxford twice, and she just loved the downtown setting, and last night we went out to dinner, and we could just feel the fun and the joy and the anticipation. And I just enjoyed actually visiting with Ole Miss's fans in the sense that they were excited about their team's opportunity. They knew they had a chance to win, but they also recognized that we were a good team. And so it was so good to feel, respected. But we're going to get you tomorrow, Coach. I just thought it was really, really good. It's really healthy, but that's the SEC. It's different. It is different. And you better believe Chris Beard has elevated. He's raised the bar. Look at his staff. He's got one of the best staffs in college basketball, period. Those guys that are with him are unbelievable. And the guys they're recruiting, look, those are the guys I'm recruiting and then some. there are a bunch of guys on that team that we try to get. So, yes, Chris Beard has elevated everything. And he's got a high expectation. I know he's disappointed. I'm sure he's disappointed because he expected to win this game. I guarantee you he did. He didn't care where we were ranked or who. And that means the program is he's going to be in the upper division of this league every year.
Along those lines, Bruce, Chris said that he thought his team played hard enough to win. He said he thought that you guys played, he said you watched all y'all's games, and maybe this was you guys' best, certainly road effort. He said if you guys shoot 14 for 28 from three, no one's beating you this year. Just your thoughts on those comments.
I don't disagree with him. And again, that was some of the answers in the sense that we get an offensive rebound, we kicked it out, and how many times we bang it, and just knock it in. Tahad and Miles, Chad, Denver Jones, and so we feel like. But here's the deal: we think they're going to make all those shots too. They were open shots, not contested shots. And so, they absolutely played hard enough. They played physically enough. We have 2 or 3 really big guys on the front line that play physically, and they're hard to move out. And it's hard to move out. And we took advantage of that somewhat in the offensive class. Ole Miss definitely played well enough to win the game, no question. They had a great game plan, and they scored 82 points against us. They scored 48 in the second half. They do that against Auburn they're going to win. They're going to beat us a lot.
Ferg and then Johnny with the last question.
Bruce, you guys have had to play some kind of defensive, grinded out games to come in here today after all that and score 92 on what was Ken Palm's number 10 defense in the country. What does that say about the resilience of your team and just getting back to it on offense?
Well, we did not turn the ball over as much in the second half. We did a great job, and then in the second half we made them make tough one-on-one plays, and they made some. But our defense was good. And it's got to continue to get better.
Johnny.
Somewhere between the 8 and 6 minute mark in the second half, Chad Baker-Mazara hit 2 big threes for you. I know you've coached many guys throughout your career. Some you got to coach differently. First half, he's kind of lulling, watching him on the bench. In the second half, he's one of your most dynamic players. Can you just talk about that edge that he plays on and how important it is for him?
He is an incredibly passionate kid. He's an incredibly talented player, and he's not always going to be perfect, and he's going to be affected by things, and you kind of gotta leave him alone. If he's not playing great, kind of leave him alone, and don't make it worse by compounding it. And he's going to get it together. He wants to win, and we do try to put the ball in his hands a lot. He's also out there with other good players that also can play efficiently. So there's a pretty good blend there, and obviously he shot the cover off tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach.